Hello, everyone. This is my first episode on House of the Dragon, episode 1. I wanted to have a review slash discussion, and spoilers will be discussed on this. So if you haven't seen it yet, I recommend not watching this video until after you've watched it. Just a quick summary of what I thought the whole episode was like. I thought it was really well done. I thought the casting was really great. They picked some really good actors to portray their roles in this show, in this series. And the CGI on this wasn't too bad. The dragons are really cool, and it's cool that you get to see the dragons like right away, because that was like one of the big things I really liked about Game of Thrones when the dragons were first coming out. So you get dragons right away in this show. If anyone knows that the beginning when the show started, it did not have like an opening to it, like Game of Thrones, where it had like the map showing all the places around Westeros. This one just like went right to it. So I don't know if any of you caught that. I don't know if you missed it or would like to see that, just to see how things are during that time, because this took place apparently 172 years before Daenerys was born. The opening was in Harrenhal, where they're trying to decide who's going to be the next ruler after the king dies. I believe it's Viserys is who gets picked. He kind of looks like the Mad King in a way. Maybe it's just me. And I think they did that because they're trying to prevent like a civil war of who's gonna rule, instead of having this split decision where lords pick one side and fight each other. So on the next scene, you see Rhaenyra flying above Westeros, which is really cool. Not Westeros, King's Landing, and it was just really, again, I love the dragon, so it was really cool to seeing her flying. She kind of has this Daenerys Targaryen look to her. I know she's not supposed to be like exactly like her. They might pick some little similar characteristics in the show, just so the audience can relate to her, feel for her. Just she's a Targaryen, so you notice some similarities. But of course, it's going to be a different character. I think for me personally during this episode, I think the character who I was most convinced and sold to the most was Daemon. I thought he was a real balance of trying to do good, but also torn with getting things done at the most extreme way. So I think that's why you see like the council in there. They don't really like him, especially Otto Hightower. The King's Hand does not like him at all. The only person who really defends him is still, of course, the king. That's his brother, after all. And there's a scene where he is the city watch commander, and at night they just like find all the criminals out there and just beat the crap out of them, imprison them, or just straight up kill them. So that was an interesting scene. It just shows his character that this guy is just ruthless, just not afraid to take chances. After that, the city councilor is questioning him whether he was doing the right thing or not. And he had some good arguments that the city has been falling apart. Things are going bad and it needs a cleanup, and he was willing to do that while no one else was willing to do it, no matter how bad it looked. Another interesting piece about Damon is that guy likes to party. You just see him at whorehouses getting drunk with his friends at the city watch. So it's really funny, different type of character. So it just makes sense that this guy, as ruthless as he is, just reminds me of a sailor, just like works hard, parties hard. Next scene is that what I want to mention is that the Heirs tournament, especially with Damon's armor. His armor was pretty much the coolest armor I've seen on the show. I don't think there's any armor that really compares to what he came out with, because that was really cool. The guy can definitely fight, that's for sure. However, he is bested by one other character named Kristen Cole. Apparently, we're going to know more about this guy later. I've not read the books or anything on this, so I'm trying to keep myself away from it, from future spoilers. I like to be surprised on the show. So this is going to be, Christian Cole's going to be like this, apparently in the future, like a really badass character. So it doesn't take away that Damon's still a badass himself. So during the tournament, you see Aemon Targaryen is struggling to give birth, and it is suggested that in order for the baby to live, they have to cut into her and get the baby out. It's most likely going to cost her her life. And it's a tough choice for King Viserys to make that decision, but he agrees with the Maester to go ahead and execute that plan. So the scene, I don't know how you guys felt about this scene. I want to know how you guys felt because I was like feeling really cringed. It's an intense scene, and I was just biting down my knuckle watching it. Just seeing her getting cut out so they could reach for the baby and pull it out. And then next thing you find out, the baby dies. It's like, damn it, man. So both the mother and child die. At the funeral, Rhaenyra does a very Daenerys Targaryen thing and says Chakari is to have her dragon burn the bodies. So that was really interesting scene. Now, with there being no heir for him, immediately the council is questioning, okay, how are we going to pick a new heir for the throne? So the council does not want Aemon to be the next ruler, the next heir for Westeros. So the decision is to make Rhaenyra the next heir, the future queen, their first queen ever. And Viserys is talking to her one-on-one down where the skull of Balerion is, in private, telling her to prepare for a fight known as the Long Night with the Night King. It's a prophecy from a dream from Aegon. And he's explaining this to her. Rhaenyra kind of looks perplexed, like, this sounds crazy to me. But if it's being passed down king to king and now king to a queen, something that should be prepared for. And the dream is known as a Song of Ice and Fire, which is, of course, the name of the series of books. So, very interesting to see how this all plays out. When you first hear it, it's like, oh my gosh, that's from the Game of Thrones show. However, was there a Targaryen at the seat during that? No. There was one remaining Targaryen, but Daenerys was not sitting on the throne, despite that she was only sitting on it for like 2 seconds. Besides that, I can't think of anything else. I really want to hear what you guys have to say about this show. I really think this show has a lot of great potential. I hope it doesn't make into a season 7 and 8 of Game of Thrones type style, but it has a good strong start. They did get a lot into this first episode. The pacing wasn't too bad, so I didn't feel like there's a lot of fluff scenes in this episode. So hopefully future episodes are not like this. I'm going to assume there's going to be like 10 episodes, but please correct me if I'm wrong about that. 10 episodes this season. I'm looking through my notes here, seeing if there's anything else. Okay, from Emergency Awesome. I like his YouTube channel, by the way. He did mention some things that, like Easter egg stuff about Feast of Crows has been mentioned on that episode. And also some of the swords from Warcraft and Witcher was on the Iron Throne. So if you caught that, please point it out. I'd be interested. I was trying to look through it, but I didn't look hard enough, clearly. Besides that, please leave a like, subscribe, all that. If there's any other TV shows or video games you want me to talk about, please let me know in the comments below, and I'll be happy to make a video about that. I just like having these discussions about just things on my mind that I was really overly excited about. I was really overly excited about House of Dragons. It's finally out. First impression, overall good. You know, I can't be too mad about it. So I thought the writing wasn't too bad. Casting was great, great actors, and other than that, I'll see you guys on the next episode. Thank you.